we're doing our best here. We're trying to share with you guys some real knowledge. We don't have to be here.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you that. Who the fuck am I? Got a hot girlfriend. She's also herself doing well. She's an engineer. I love money. That's MySpace Tom. I love interviewing fucking visionaries. Me and John at Burning Man, because interviewing visionaries. You want to meet visionaries, you go to Burning Man. Let me tell you something. It's like visionaries everywhere. I love sushi. Again, going back, the reason why I became an entrepreneur is so I can wear fucking gold and like a pharaoh and eat sushi and travel the world, which I do. Anyway, being the rainmaker. Fuck being a worker drone. Fuck working, man. This whole idea that we have to live in drudgery. Oh, you have to work. And dude, I work like an hour a day. I smoke a bunch of weed. I travel. I hang out. I live my life. I really don't give a shit what people think. And I just live without intentionality. Eben Pagan, which I met at Burning Man, and he's a fucking, if you gotta follow this guy, he's just a fucking master marketer. And he told me, once you can live your life without intentionality, so what that means is when you come to an occasion, like right in here, I don't really care about selling you guys anything. I could care, if you guys listen to me or not, I really don't give a shit. I'm gonna go home, have a great conversation with my beautiful girlfriend, soon-to-be wife, and talk to her about this beautiful new spot I just got in Vegas. You know what I mean? So whether or not you guys believe me or want to do anything, it doesn't matter to me. So no intentionality. When you can walk around the room and not have an agenda, that's fucking liberating. Okay? Because most people will never live their life without having an agenda. Okay? So rainmakers make all the money and work the least. So rainmaker, right? The rainmaker comes to the farm, does a little rain dance, brings the rain. The farmers farm. They do all the hard work. They toil on the farm. The rainmaker collects all the money from all the farmers that the town can muster up and goes on to the next town, does his rain dance, and he's balling. The rainmaker, there's a reason why. The rainmaker's a baller. We're rainmakers. See, as marketers, we don't have to stick to one industry. We can sell bamboo sunglasses. I can do lead generation for solar. I can sell makeup. I can sell skin. I can sell penis pills. I can sell whatever I want. I can go anywhere I want. I can sell Boeing planes. I can sell military shit. Anything that I want to sell, I can do. I can go anywhere. I can talk to anyone and sell them anything. And I have the ability to do this online. And if you guys right here sitting here, you guys are so fucking close. And you guys, some of you guys here are already balling. You guys are so fucking close to just hitting the jackpot. Let me tell you. Power. Because I've made a lot of money. And let me tell you, I was in Costa Rica a couple months ago. And I made the fucking most money I've ever made in my life. Chilling in Costa Rica, I'm not even connected to the internet, really that much. My team's taking care of everything, and I'm just making it rain. And it's this immediate high. I'm fuck, I'm riding the world. And then the next day, I'm fucking depressed. I'm literally on a fishing boat with my girlfriend, on a fishing boat. I should have no care in the world. And I'm fucking all of a sudden depressed. So I started to think, is it the money I'm really after? Because it's the money isn't really what's driving me anymore. It's what is the next level? And I wouldn't say it's power for the sake of being a dictator or anything. For me, it's power over my own life, power over my own decisions, power over the fact that I can be here with a backwards hat and a bunch of crazy bling and talk in front of you. You guys are going to take me seriously because I have the power to control my own life and the power to change the reality in front of me, right? So what is copywriting? I'm a copywriter. I think it's one of the most important ability you can develop for yourself. Copywriting is the ability to mass persuade. It's top of the food chain. It doesn't get any more top of the food chain than being a marketer. Let other people do the work. You bring the money. Turn words into money. That's a given. Control your own reality. I went over that. I win because I slam dunk. So Michael's talking about this. What he's telling you is how to win and slam dunk. Know you're going to slam dunk. Because so many entrepreneurs waste their time on ideas and visions and dreams that will never fucking win. They'll never fucking take off. But they'll waste their life savings. They'll waste their time. They'll waste energy. They'll waste the relationship they had with the people that love them but don't want to follow them anymore because they've fucking driven their lives into oblivion, following something that never will be. And I see this all the time. I win because I slam dunk. Okay? Pioneers get scalped. Settlers prosper. Okay? One day I would love to be a pioneer. I would love to be Elon Musk. But Elon Musk wasn't Elon Musk until he sold PayPal. Until he did something that was a slam fucking dunk. Slam dunk because he was disrupting the payment processing game online. It was a slam dunk. Of course he was going to make money. He was in a disruptive technology and already an industry that was making money. It was a slam dunk. And then you can be a visionary. Too many people try to be visionaries before they're fucking settlers. If you can't settle a property, if you can't even fucking till the land that's raw and like other people are settling around you, how the fuck are you gonna go pioneer in the wilderness by yourself? You can't do it. But every entrepreneur, I have vision, I have vision too. But you know what? I'm gonna build the foundation for my business to allow me to go be a visionary. And I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not in visionary mode yet. I'm in slam dunk mode. I'm still trying to gain my chips. I'm trying to stack my money right now. I want slam dunks. Okay? Sell the product first before development. That's what he talks about. That's what we're here for. Fuck, I went too far. Okay. Scale success, cut failure, move quickly. So simple. So fucking simple. Scale success. I see so many people. I have a little group called the 1KA Squad. I have one of my oldest guys in the group. He's making about $200 to $300 a day. And I'm like, dude, you could be scaling. Why aren't you scaling to $2,000 to $3,000 a day? Because he has the mental block that he doesn't want to scale success. Cut failure. So many entrepreneurs will chase and chase and chase. And like, no, this is how you just gotta believe in you gotta cut failure. I change and rearrange and move so quick because like you want to be like, what is the richest guy? Zara? Does he own Zara? He owns Zara. The reason why Zara is so successful and they were able to take over the market was because they don't have these like lines that they like pre-do a year in advance. They have limited batch of stuff. They throw it up in the market. It sells. It does it. So they scale success, they cut failure, and they move quickly. Zara effectively works as a small business almost, the way that they do that. That's why they're so successful. I mean, look into them. The guy's the richest person in the world right now. One of them. The reptilian agenda. There is a reptilian agenda. And let me tell you about this. You see, the reptilian brain is the oldest of the three parts of our brain. I'll get into the triune brain theory in a minute. Which is fucking fascinating, by the way. This is high-level shit. High level. Okay? I'm just giving you the fucking knowledge that made me a lot of money so quickly. The reptilian brain. It's the oldest of the three brains that control the vital functions. It's heart rate, breathing, body temperature, and balance. It includes the main structures found in the brainstem and cerebellum, which is the core part of our brain. Okay? So it's like the stem. Sorry. Sex. Anger, fucking, it's all of our just like primal, like, I've got to reproduce, I've got to eat, and I've got to shit. When you can talk to that brain is the most powerful part of our brain, and it's the part of our brain that we're all trying to run away from. Because we're humans, we're civilized. No, we're not. So anyway, the triune brain theory. The limbic brain, which is the mammalian brain part of our brain, is the second oldest part of our brain. This covers status, okay, disagreeable experiences, our emotions. See, when you can talk to that part of the brain, that's also power. Okay, that's like luxury brands. Talk about status. Talk about what you can gain by being a part of this group. Like a mammal, like a pack animal, like a wolf. We're animals. Once you understand that, once you understand that we're nothing more than just a fucking animal, you have mastery over other people. Not mastery in a malicious way. I mean it in the most beautiful way possible, in the most liberating and most freedom-inducing way possible. Unless you're an asshole. So, the neocortex, which is the newest part of the brain, the human part of the brain, is the part the primates have, which is what we think that the world that we live in. See, it's funny because it's the weakest part of our brain, but it's the part of our brain that controls the reality that we currently live in. This fake society we live in, I highly recommend you read the book Simulacrum and Simulation. Oh, fuck, who wrote that? Anyway, it's a good book. Talks about how everything that we live, our whole modern society is nothing but a symbol of a symbol. We don't hunt anymore. We go to the grocery store. We don't actually need to go find partners. We Tinder. Everything's become a symbol of a symbol of a symbol. And so you can tap into the symbols that hit into the psychological core part of our brain. You're going to make fucking money. You're going to be balling. You're going to have everything you want in your life. Yeah, what's your question?
The name of the book.
Simulation and Simulacrum. And don't read it unless you're really ready to fucking unlock from the Matrix. Unless you really are ready to experience the real world. Because if you read it and you're not ready, you're not going to be ready. That's the thing about marketing. It's to delve into the inner deepest part of our brains. And some people aren't ready to do that. It's been the scariest fucking thing I've ever experienced. And I'm eccentric. I'm eccentric because I've been drawn through this journey. It's made me into a fucking different person. Because I'm not bound by what society thinks about me anymore. And once you get to that level, fucking hell. You want to talk about waking up and being Neo, dude. Controlling your own reality, dude. It's fucking nuts. Anyway. Psychological triggers. So here, sell the pain points, not the features and benefits. I used to sell cars. I used to be a car salesman. And there was this car guy that was making like 260 grand a year, which at the time I was like, man, that guy's fucking balling. He's balling. So I went up to him, I was like, fuck, well, how are you selling so many cars? And he told me something, and it didn't register with me for a while. But now I'm like, damn, that guy was such a G. Such a G. He said, if you're selling the car, you're not going to sell the car. If you're selling the car, you're not going to sell the car. What does that mean? Most people, when they're trying to sell something, they're like, look, this is a car that has the V6 engine. It's smooth with the 26 miles per gallon gas mileage and the safety features for all the things that you need in your life. Who the fuck cares? Why do they really want that car? Maybe it's because it gives them freedom and they want pussy. They want to attract a mate. Maybe it's because they have a new family and they want to protect their family. So they want the safety features that will protect their family. Until you find the root psychological reason why they buy it, features and benefits don't fucking matter. The features and benefits are the icing on the cake. And as most marketers lead into the features and benefits, they sell it like it's the fucking cake. It's the icing on the cake. It's not the cake. Okay, so use an archetype when you're selling shit. Hero's Journey. Star Wars was the hero's journey. There's a book by Joseph Campbell, The Hero's Journey. You should all read. It's called The Hero with 1,000 Faces, rather. Joseph Campbell, Hero with 1,000 Faces. Basically, George Lucas based his whole book, started movies around that book, which is the archetype. These are archetypal stories. No matter what culture you go to, you can go to the indigenous people in Papua New Guinea, you can go to Asia, you can go anywhere, and they have the same stories. And none of them corroborated, they're not corroborated, these are archetypal stories that are part of our human condition. The hero's journey is one of them. Which is the hero's journey is basically, you have a boy, or a young, I would say boy, because we live in a very patriarchal society, don't we? Young person who has a great life. They have a great life, and they have no worries. And they're about to enter in some type of commitment. But right before this commitment happens, some external threat to their way of existence happens. Monster attacks. So in the court, Luke Skywalker, he's fine, everything's chilling, he's a whiny little bitch. And then fucking his aunt and uncle get killed by whatever, right? So he's forced to go on this hero's journey where he has to confront obstacles that eventually lead him into his own psychological destruction of self. So it's one of the strongest scenes, one of the most overlooked scenes of Star Wars, which is when Yoda tells him to go in this fucking cave. He's like, go in this cave, motherfucker. He's like, all right, I'm going to go in here. He goes, you're going to face your worst nightmare. So he goes in there, and he's fucking with Darth Vader in the cave. It's obviously it's not really Darth Vader. Then he chops Darth Vader's head off, and he takes Darth Vader's helmet off, and it's him. It's himself right? He's going to face his worst enemy. It's himself. So anyway, that's his own other deep fucking crazy shit that will change your life if you actually care about that type of stuff. But if you use that in your own marketing, You win, man. You win. Everyone else, they're little punk bitch marketers. They don't do this stuff. The quest, which is I want something. I need to go on a bunch of different trials to get this thing that I want. Rags to riches. Who doesn't love a rags to riches story? I mean, that's like me, right? I had negative $60 in my bank account before I got into this industry. Man, I do everything that I want in my life. Rags to riches. Who doesn't love that? David versus Goliath. It's another good one. So you can look that up. Archetypal stories. There's tons of them. There's tons of them. Hero with 1,000 Faces. Joseph Campbell. Read the book. Law of Persuasion. Robert Cialdini. He's another book you should read. Laws of Persuasion, I think is what it's called. He has another book that just came out called Persuasion, which I've like halfway done through, but it's really good. Robert Cialdini. This is all Robert Cialdini's concepts. Principle 1, reciprocation. So in crowdfunding, reciprocation. So if you help me out, you're going to get this incentive. I reciprocate. You scratch my back, I scratch your back, right? So in all your campaigns, you need to have this reciprocation. Social proof. Kickstart campaigns, what's your social proof? Well, all these other people are contributing. We already have half the funding, right? Commitment and consistency. Do they believe that you have the commitment and consistency to follow through with your actions? If not, they're not going to obviously buy your product. Liking. Do they like your product? Do they like you? Do they like what you stand for? Authority. Do you know what the fuck you're talking about? Would you be listening to me if you didn't think I knew what the fuck I was talking about? Right? Scarcity. You have 30 days before this ends. Right?
Perfect storm of persuasion.
It's a perfect storm of persuasion. Making $50K ain't shit per month. I mean per month ain't shit. I make about $50,000 to $60,000 a month. And honestly, like I'm going through a big mental block in my life. I'm trying to make over $1 million a year. And I just can't hit it, man. I can't get to 100 grand a month consistently. Getting like 70, 80 on a good month, and I get back to 50, and a bad month to 40. So I'm not there. I have my own mental barriers I'm dealing with. I'm not telling you standing in front of you here and telling you I'm the master. I'm telling you I'm on the journey. And I've discovered a few things that may help you. Fourth round NFL picks average 500 grand a year. So 100 grand a month is 1.3 million a year after Uncle Sam takes his little cut. Roughly a little bit less than $1 million. Don't you guys think that you're worth more than a fourth round NFL pick? I mean, I the fuck sure think I'm worth more than that. I mean, come on. But that's the thing. People have this mental barriers, and making 50 grand a month is so much money. Oh, making 20 grand a month is that's bitch money. Wait, I have that in my slide. Not even $1 million a year. That's not even $1 million a year. Not even $1 million a year making 500 grand a month. Right? 100 grand a month. Sorry, 500 grand a year. That's right. 500 grand a year. So, I mean, 100 grand a month is 1 million a year. So if you're only making 50 grand a month, that's not $1 million a year. So what I'm making is not $1 million a year. I'd like to make $1 million a year. That's bitch money. If you think making 6 figures is your goal, you're fucking thinking too low. That's bitch money. If you think making 50 grand a month is a lot of money, you're devaluing yourself less than a fourth round NFL pick. And you think about that. You're worth more than that. Seriously. Okay, I'm going to leave you with this.
How much money is that?
$20,000. If I had taken out more, I'd have to fill out tax IRS.
How many inches across is 20K?
Yeah, it's probably about a foot.
A foot?
A foot.
A foot of bills?
A foot of bills. And you can probably buy a home in Oklahoma for this. 2-story home in Oklahoma. It's no big deal. It's a college scholarship. It's a college scholarship right here in my hands.
I'm fucking playing with it.
You know, but this is just, I pulled it out because I just wanted to show you guys what, you know, being able to pull out $20,000 looks like. Looks like.
Nothing.
And I'm from Mexico. I was born in Mexico, Tampico, Mexico to be exact. So to be able to come to America and just be able to just absolutely reap the benefits and the rewards, you know, that's why I support, you know, immigrants coming over and coming to America and making fat stacks like this, because it's just really, we like to give back to the economy as well, you know, give back and stimulate the economy.
It's fun. Any questions? listening to Michael, coming to events like this. Honestly, so I have this group called the 1K Day Squad. And like I have half the, like, you're in my group. What was your best week that you had in my group? Profit.
Like over 10K.
In 1 week, right?
It's just purely coincidence that Tommy
Yeah,
happened.
I didn't even know he was going to be here. I had no idea. When I walked in, I was like, oh, that's a Tommy.
He
One of my
was in
students.
your program when he signed up for the event.
So, like, mental barriers so much. I can show people every single part of my campaign, from the landing page to the advertorial to my targeting to how much I bid to my target, everything, enters everything, and they still won't make money. That's when it wasn't until I did my coaching program, and I was like, man, I'm literally showing you everything. I can't even show you more. I'm literally fucking like naked right now. I've shown you everything. They're still not making money. That's what I knew was mental. This is a mental game you guys are playing right now. Anyway, questions? Any more questions?
Do you want to give us a quick example of how you would throw some of that like higher level stuff, like the story-based, hero-based stuff to any kind of product you pushed before? Because I know you've got some really good work that you've applied this shit before.
So, I mean, I like hitting, for me personally, I like hitting pain point stuff. I like hitting stuff that have an obvious pain point. Okay, so American Marketing Association did a study on products, and they found that pain point products that solve a pain point, sell over 2 times more than benefit-driven products. So that means, like, for example, if you're like solving somebody's back pain, if you're solving somebody's diabetes, if you're, you know what I mean, you're gonna make a lot more money than saying, hey, look, wear this brace and it can prevent you from getting a bone spur. Versus saying, you have a bone spur, put this spray on your leg and you'll get better. Which is gonna sell me, it's like, dude, here's a diet program that'll help you, or here's a pill that'll magically fix it. The pain point product always going to sell more. You know what I mean? So going back. That's what I would focus on. If I'm like going back into the slam dunk, focus on finding like a kick. Like if you're going to do something, say, okay, how do I solve a problem? And if you're going to do Kickstarter, say, hey, I noticed that I had this problem, and I had this problem. And if you're anything like me that had this problem, that wanted it fixed. And let me tell you something, that was really bothering me, and it was really affecting my life because of this, and this, and I couldn't get laid, and I couldn't this, and this. So Life Force 6, Cashvertising talks about this, which is like, focusing on like people's real like basic stuff. Like I need to provide for my family. I need to be able to feed myself. I need to be able to, reproduce. So when you can focus on that and say, hey, look, I have this like shirt that like every time I wore this shirt, I went out and got pussy. Like before I wore this shirt, like fuck, I didn't get any pussy or whatever. It had to be. But think about products like that solve those like real base reptilian type desires. And if you can tap into that and have kind of a product that fixes that, you're gonna make so much more money than trying to sell a fun Nerf toy or like, you know what I mean? That's about, people try to sell like silly shit. I'm like, dude, sell like Advil. You're gonna sell more Advil than you will a Nerf toy. You know what I mean? Any other questions? Okay. Man, I have so many. Like, I have like a small team. I have like 2 people, and dude, we're just murdering it. So like, the best thing to do is just follow my free info, follow what Michael's doing, keep up with y'all, follow what John Cristani's doing, and just implement. Because there's no college education that will teach you this stuff. So what you're doing is already on the path. Yeah.
You have a website?
Not really. I don't really. I'm doing this as a favor. Like I said, I came with no intentionality. I do have a product that I'm releasing, so maybe there's a little bit, but I don't really care if you guys buy it or not. But it's a School of Hidden Knowledge. If you're interested, just look it up, School of Hidden Knowledge. And I'm releasing it next week. It's going to be a bitchin' product, and it's expensive, but, so is college, and you don't get shit out of that either. But honestly, that's not what I'm here. I'm just here to, fucking drop some knowledge bombs on you. Yeah. Cool? Yeah.
When you say you can sell Advil,
Yeah, I can sell Advil. Dude, you ever had a headache? How often do you buy Advil? Never. Come on. You just deal with it? Well, let me tell you, you're a minority. Most people you're a trooper. Most people want the pill. They want a quick fix. They want the easy way out. You can offer the easy way out, you'll always make the easy money.